We're going to start seated as far back into our chairs as we can. Our hands on our thighs. With your eyes closed, readjust yourself for comfort. If you need to wiggle your toes, your fingers, readjust each shoulder, allow yourself that time to do so. And notice the beat of your heart today. Just the rhythmic little thump, thump, thump happening within the chest. A reminder that even in your stillness, you yourself are in a constant state of movement. You are energy, and it is continuously moving. And place one hand onto your belly. Notice the natural rhythm and movement of your abdomen as you breathe. Just like the beat of the heart in the chest, the movement of the torso with the breath is automatic and instinctual. Placing your other hand now to the heart. And feeling the energy that is moving within you. Your breath coming in and out. Life force. In Sanskrit, we call that your pranayama. Each breath that you draw into your body, inviting oxygen. And then the beating of your heart, it takes that oxygen and it draws it through your blood into the heart, processes it all around, it sends it out. Your body grabs a hold of all of the CO2 it doesn't need, and then you exhale it. The simplicity of breath in and breath out, so much more evolved than we give it credit for. Start to draw your breaths deeper, longer. Switching your hands, the hand from your heart to your belly, from the belly to the heart. Not trying to rush anything today. Not rushing the breath. Not rushing through the practice. Not rushing through the rest of the day. But instead embracing each moment as we are given it. Through your closed eyes, can you notice sunlight? Knowing that here in New England today it is going to be a very hot and humid day out there, can you appreciate the coolness in the air in here? Can you feel the gentle crisp of the air conditioning upon your flesh? move your tongue around in your mouth, any lingering taste that you've brought in with you. When you take a simple breath in through the nose, any particular scent that you could label. And then do that again. Take your breath in through your nose and give the breath back out through your nose. Listen for the sound it makes. And keep doing that, inhaling and exhaling through the nose to hear the ocean-like quality that the breath makes. Call this our Ujjayi style of breathing. Stimulating your parasympathetic nervous system, helping to control a calm mind and calm body, even when things get a little sticky, shaky, or perhaps stressful. Both of your hands back onto your thighs. Feel their weight, their warmth. Can you feel the energetic properties of your hands connected to the different energetic properties of your legs? It's like they feel like they're vibrating just slightly differently. Setting a mantra, an intention for our practice today. Telling yourself right now that I am more than enough. There is nothing that I am lacking. Say it again. I am more than enough. There is nothing that I am lacking. Now say it like you really mean it. I am more than enough. There is nothing that I am lacking. Holding on to those words, and at any time in your practice where you feel like maybe you aren't quite enough, you repeat that to yourself over and over and over again. Because it doesn't matter what the physical body is able to do, as a being, you are more than enough. As a human, you are not lacking anything. Releasing your hands heavy by your side. Before we open our eyes, feel your fingertips get heavy to gravity. Feel your knuckles, the palms, your hands themselves heavy to gravity. Not trying to hold the arms up in any capacity, but with full surrender, feeling length through the entire arm, from shoulders to fingertips. Slowly beginning to flutter your eyes open. And look down upon your right hand by your side. On an inhale, sweep your arm wide. Bring it as high as it would like to go today, and exhale your hand right onto your heart center. Looking down at your hand or your lap. Inhale, reach your hand straight up over your head. And exhale your hand wide back by your side. Watch it float all the way down. Turn the palm forward and look at your left hand. Inhale, watch the left arm come wide, high overhead. Exhale the hand onto the heart, looking down at your hand or down at your lap. Inhale, look up, reach up. Float your hand off to the side as you watch it come down. Turn the palm forward. Inhale, both arms sweep forward, reach up. Hands together. Exhale, prayer hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Repeat your mantra to yourself. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. Hands by your side, in your head. Say that to yourself as you inhale. I am more than enough. Hands together. Exhale. I am lacking nothing. Hands to heart. Reach straight up. Inhale. I am more than enough. Exhale. There is nothing I am lacking. Again, like that. Hands wide and high. Inhale. Reach up. Say positive words. Exhale. Hands to heart. Inhale. Reach up. I am more than enough. Hands come down. There is nothing I am lacking. Inhale, palms forward, reach up, breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Readjusting the feet a little wider. Those of us on blocks, because we have short feet, adjusting your blocks just a little wider. Give us a little bit of more stability in our base, more stability from our legs. Inhale, prayer hands straight up. Exhale, keep your palms facing one another, but bring some space between your hand. Your right hand grabbing a hold of your left wrist. Inhale, reach the left arm up. When up is no longer the option, start to lean a little over to the right. Your left ear stacking over your left arm, stacking over your left ear. Take a breath in. Don't worry whichever side you're leaning to. We're going to do both. Stay on your breath out. Inhale, come back to center. Both arms up, palms face each other. Roll your shoulders heavy and down. The left hand, other hand, grabs a hold of the other wrist. First, reach up. When up is no longer doable, start to reach over. Give yourself a little lean to the side. Whichever arm is the longest, that's the side that you're leaning away from, creating lots of space all the way down our side body. Take another breath in. Stay right there. Breath out. Come to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down by your side. Bringing the feet just a little bit wider. Readjusting in the seat if needed. Inhale, your arms wide and high overhead. Exhale, push the air away. Come into a T shape with your arms, palms down. And now take a look at your right hand. Make sure your fingers are in line with your shoulder, not higher, not lower. Your thumb isn't reaching more forward, nor is your pinky reaching more back, but the middle finger is extending straight from the line of energy from shoulder through wrist. And check in with the left arm. The hand isn't higher or lower than the shoulder. The thumb isn't more forward, nor is the pinky finger more back. But instead, the index finger, our middle finger is now a straight line from one to the other. Bringing our head back to neutral on an inhale, our warrior two arm, or Virabhadrasana, two arms. These are a lot. Doesn't really matter if you're seated or in a chair or not, standing or in warrior two legs. This is a lot happening in our shoulders. Finding a little bit of relief. Inhale, turn the palms to face up, rotation in the arms. Exhale, turn the palms to face down. We're gonna do that again. Inhale, palms face up. Exhale, palms face down. Still doing that. Inhale, could you bring your knees out wider, palms up, try and lift your big toes. Exhale, palms down, big toes land. Inhale, palms up, lift the big toes. Exhale, toes down. So trying to roll to the outer edges of our feet. Rolling onto the pinky toe edge on the inhales, we call that the knife edge. And feet flat on the exhale. Let's add a head nod. Inhale, look to the right. Exhale, back to center. I know it's a lot in the shoulders. I'm sweating with you. Inhale, look to the left. We're almost there, building that heat. One more time each side. Look to the right. Breath in. Center. Look to the left. Breath out. And center. Look forward. Inhale, bring your arms straight up. Whoa, shoulders. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bring them all the way down onto your thighs. Lean back into the chair and close your eyes. Feel all the blood from the arms start to rush from your shoulders down towards the fingertip. Take time to feel that energetic release within your arms. Not just heat you cultivated, energy you cultivated. The muscles themselves actively working for you. Give them the same time to feel the muscles release, relax, and recalibrate. Slowly peeling the eyes back open. Bringing your hands wide and high overhead. Interlacing your pinkies, your ring fingers, and your middle fingers. Call them steeple hands. We're essentially making little Charlie's Angel fingers. Try and press your palms flat together and squeeze your arms beside your ears. Reach the arms higher to the ceiling on the inhale. Bring your arms a little farther back on the exhale. Our inhale will reach up with our ribs. Exhale, a little bit of a lean to the right. Point your fingers over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, a little lean to the left. You get the idea of where we're going. Inhale, up. Exhale, tip to one side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, tip to the other. 2 more on each side. Breaths in, center. Longer breaths out. Center on the inhale. Lean for a slower breath out. We've got 1 more breath on each side. Inhale, center. And lean. Inhale, center. And lean. Coming back to center, release your hands, reach them straight up, and bend your right elbow. Place the center of your forearm like an X across the center of your thigh, and reach your left arm over the top of your head. Our extended side angle. Finding length with our left foot as well. If you're on the block, step it off. If you're not on the block, don't even worry about it, and point your left toes as far away from you as you can. Finding movement with our neck. Inhale, try and look up at the ceiling. Exhale, try and look down at your right palm. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, try to look up. Exhale, look at the hand. Maybe at the toes. 1 more time, look all the way up. Exhale, shift the gaze down. We're gonna hold the gaze down and reach the top arm even more over the top of your head, like you're trying to tickle the armpit of the person seated beside you. Stretching with your fingers as much as you can. Push your left toes into the ground and feel length being created from your bottom ribs all the way through your left leg. Take another breath in. And on your exhale, bring your arms into a T shape. Left foot steps back in onto the block if you'd like. Back to our warrior 2 arms, turning them into our goddess arms. Bend your elbows 90 degrees, fingers to the sky. Take a breath in, elbows back. Breath out, try and push the palms and elbows to top. Hold them like that. Inhale, lift the elbows and fingertips up. Exhale your chin to your chest, variation of eagle pose. 2 breaths here. Inhale to lift the chin. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, bring both arms straight up. And interlace pinkies, ring fingers, and middle fingers. Steeple hands. Reach the fingers, the arm bones straight up on the inhale as long as they can go. And exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Our inhales are as we are, upright, ribs lifting to the sky. Exhale, lean to one side. Inhale brings you to center. Exhale to the other. We're doing a total of 5. Each side, breath in. Out. It's okay if you're not moving the same direction as those around you or the same pace. Moving even slower, last 2 on each side. One more time. Come back to center. Inhale, reach up, release the laced hands, and exhale your left forearm across your left thigh. Lean over onto the left arm so your right arm is reaching over your head. Our arms in our extended side angle, creating a similar positioning of our legs. Start to point your right toes out and away and lower the foot down. Readjusting on your chair always whenever you need to. You don't have to wait for my guidance. Try not to collapse into your left shoulder, but rather press the shoulder into the arm to help lift your rib cage up and away from your thigh, and reach your right arm over your head. Finding the movement of our neck. Inhale, try and look up. Exhale, look down at your hand. Inhale, gaze comes up. Exhale to look down. One more time like that. Keeping the gaze down. Reach your top arm even more away from the top of your head, like you were trying to grab a hold of the chair that the person beside you is sitting in. The more the fingers reach away from your head, try to push your right foot down into the ground. Feeling length from the bottom right ribs all the way to your right toes. Take one more big inhale. Stay through the exhale, every last drop. Breath in, lift the chest, arms up wide in a T shape. Bring the right leg back in. Our warrior 2 arms, our goddess legs. Bend your elbows to find our full goddess pose. Drawing the elbows and knuckles back. Try and bring your knees and thighs back. Take a breath in, lift your rib cage up. And breath out, hands down inside of the thighs. Point your right shoulder down at your left big toe. Left shoulder up and back towards the back of your chair. Try to look over your left shoulder. Coming back to center with an inhale, chest is lifted. On your exhale, slowly drip your left shoulder to point at the right big toe. Draw the right shoulder up and back towards the back of your chair and look over your right shoulder. Coming back to center. Exhale, right shoulder dips to the left. We look to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, left shoulder dips to the right. Look over the right shoulder. You get the idea. We inhale to center, releasing our little twist. Exhale, dip the shoulder and twist through the head. Breath in. Breath out. 3 more times each side. See if you could move even slower, knowing the count. Readjusting the legs back center. Our hips have been in an open position for quite a while. Give yourself some time. Let them readjust, wiggle, and kind of move them around if needed. In fact, let's open up our lower back a little bit more. We'll step our feet wider, and bring your knees together to touch. So feet are wider than the knees. By bringing the knees in, you start to feel your outer thighs wrapping inward, creating more and more space across your lower back. In fact, we'll continue that movement. We'll slide right up to the front edge of our chair. Those of us on blocks, we'll step off of them for now. And it's similar to how we were just adjusting the shoulders, windshield wipering the legs so both knees point in one direction, lifting them up and pointing them in the other. One knee is pointing down towards the opposite big toe. And then switching. And pulling ourselves back into our seats, stepping onto blocks, those of us with our short legs in tow. And find the strap that you have today. Holding your strap somewhere in the middle. We're going to hold it in our right hand, leaning slightly forward. You're going to thread the strap so it's in between you and the chair. And don't worry, anybody that has a hard time with this, I'll walk around and help you. Our left hand reaching out to the left, you're going to find your chair and then sweep your hand through the chair to try and find the back of your strap. So eventually both of your hands are holding. One hand is holding overhead, and one hand has scooped behind your lower back. Once you have that positioning, you're going to hold the strap with the bottom hand very lightly and bend the top arm, letting the strap sink down through the bottom hand and repositioning for the length that feels right for you. Distance between them that feels right, you're there. If it doesn't feel like the top arm is getting the stretch you want, you can just crawl your hand lower down the strap. I said the word just, so it made it sound like maybe it was super easy. Couple options here. You can stay exactly as you are. This is a yoga pose itself. You are in a half variation of cow face pose. Not normally a nice thing to say to somebody, but in the yoga world, it is a lovely thing to be in cow face pose. And we call it that because if you imagine that top arm is the cow's ear, flopping up into the sky. And your bottom elbow, that's his other ear. It's flapping down, trying to swat some flies away. This position, if found on the ground, you'd have your legs stacked where it kind of made it look like the mouth with a tongue sticking out. And now generally we can find this pose just like this. Sitting upright, our shoulders in this awkward, weird little puzzle that they're in. And eventually there's the option to begin to lean forward. Hinging at your waist, trying to point your top elbow forward to the center of the circle that we sit in. Now do a quick scan. Notice if you are collapsing the weight of your ribs towards your thighs, and squeeze your belly button in and up to lift your rib cage. Taking another slow breath in. Slower breath out. On the inhale, release the hinge, come almost all the way up. If you're hinging, use the exhale to bow back in. Breathing in, feel your ribs get lighter as your lungs inflate, lifting you up like a helium balloon. And exhale, squeezing your belly, push the breath out. Feel your torso gently sink forward. Your inhale breath is helping to float you up and away. The control of your exhale is helping in the hinge forward. One more exhale to lean forward. One more inhale to come back up. The bottom hand, release it and bring the strap all the way up over your head and out in front of you. Your right arm overhead, left arm holding the strap as well. Lean side to side. Our moving 5-pointed star. Finding the space between the strap that feels right for you. And add a nice big twist. Dive your hands down to one side. Come back up. Whatever it looks like, doesn't have to look like the way I'm twisting. So we're switching sides. So maybe every twist looks a little different. If it does, that means it probably feels a little different as well. One more time to slightly twist on each side. And we're gonna invite in our back bend here with wide arms. Inhale, reach the strap up. Start to imagine the strap going behind you as much as you can. Now, most likely it's not right behind your head, but if you could imagine it was a pillow back there, could you start to lift your chin slightly, leaning your head back in the direction of the strap to feel the center of your chest, your collarbones peeling away from one another, helping to open the energetic center of your heart straight up towards the ceiling above you. And hold for 2 more breaths. Inhale to bring your chin up and forward. Exhale, head at neutral. Bring the strap down to your lap. Hands over the strap on your lap. Lean back into your seat and close your eyes. Take the time to let any energy that arose from that movement to settle. Energy that you've cultivated to bring you through the day. Let it implement itself into your muscles, your bones, your being. Energies you've released that no longer serve you, take this time to let them energetically vibrate right out of your body. We're in no rush today. We remind ourselves 3 more times that I am more than enough. I'm lacking nothing. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. And knowing that to be a fact, slowly open your eyes, sit up into that energy that you are enough. You're more than enough. Left hand holding your strap. Try and swing the strap in between you and your chair. Your right hand reaching behind your lower back in between you and the chair to find the strap. Starting to thread the needle a little bit. Maybe the hand that is holding the strap just slightly pulls the strap down a little more at a time. Bending the top elbow to whatever capacity that arm says work. And once you find your sweet spot, holding the strap tightly with both hands, you got it. Once again, welcome to your cow face pose. Opposite ear is in the air. Opposite ear is flipping down. Taking a breath in, lift your bottom rib cage up, or bottom ribs, you only have the one rib cage. Exhale, if it feels all right, start to lean forward. This first lean we hold. Doing a little physical scan, checking in. Are you resting the weight of your rib cage towards your thighs? Are you collapsing in the direction of gravity? If so, without any judgment, squeeze your belly button in and up. Try and lift your rib cage forward over your toes. Try and lift the rib cage up away from your thighs. On your inhale, lift your chest back upright. If choosing to hinge, use the exhale to hinge back forward. The breath in, it inflates your lungs and lifts you light and up. And on your breath out, squeeze your belly button in tight. Feel the constriction in the abdomen help you with your hinge. Inhaling to lift. Exhale to lower. Three more like that. Last time lifting up just like this. One more time, bow forward. As you lift up, release your back hand, reach the top arm and strap all the way up. Bring the strap out in front. Find it with both arms overhead once again. Shoulders getting this last little bit. Take a breath in, reach the arms slightly forward. Exhale, reach them back as far as they're willing to go. Inhale, bring them forward. Maybe you could tap your lap. Exhale, up, back, little heart opener if you'd like. Look up. Do 5 more like that. Breath in, chin to chest. Breath out, arms up, ribs up, look up. more, make them even slower. Holding overhead for one breath in. Squeezing your belly button extra tight on the breath out. And arms come up overhead. Bring the strap to your lap. Hands over the strap on your thighs. Lean back to your seat. Close your eye. Fluttering your eyes open. Sitting up and releasing our straps out of our space for the time. Sliding all the way back as far into the seat as we can. Those of us on blocks will slide our blocks back. And now many different options of how to set up a seated one-legged pigeon. So those of you that know where you're going, go right there. If you have no idea what any of that means, don't worry. Our right leg in front of us. Place the outer edge of your foot on top of your left foot. By doing so, we now are looking at the inside of our thigh, and you are there. That's a one-legged seated pigeon. If you'd like to go deeper into that stretch, extend your left leg and place the outer ankle onto the shin, bringing that much more of your inner thigh up. If you'd like still more, bend the left knee once again, this time the foot up over the knee, onto the thigh itself. With your foot flexed, your toes pointing to your shin, you're going to activate the muscles in your ankles as well as your knee, protecting those muscles and tendons. Slide your butt back as far into the corner of your seat as you can, and if it feels all right, begin to lean forward however far your body tells you to go. Not how far I go, not how far those around you go, but where your body says, right here we should stay. Close your eyes. And let's take 5 breaths into the right hip space. Just imagining that your breath could travel far beyond the lungs and fill your body wherever you're feeling the most intensity. Fill it with your breath in and clear that area of your body with your breath out. For 3 more breaths, repeat your mantra. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. Using your hands to help yourself come back upright if needed. Use your hands to help release the right leg down if needed. And start to find that same positioning on the other side. So left foot on top of right. Maybe left foot on top of right shin. Left ankle on right thigh. If the foot is lifted over the knee, the foot is flexed to protect the knee as well as the ankle. Most likely you slid forward a little bit. Take the time to readjust as far back as you can. And close your eyes. Begin to hinge forward and wait for your body to tell you where your sweet spot is. The sweet spot right in between where it mentally feels comfortable to where it physically is a little too intense. And in that space in between, we settle for the next 5 breaths. Sending just the idea of the breath in to flood the areas of our body that we feel most intensely. And imagining that our breaths out are clearing those physical areas of whatever it is we feel that doesn't serve us in this moment. And 3 breaths, repeating our mantra. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. I am more than enough. I am lacking nothing. Slowly bringing your chest back upright. Your hands helping to bring the left foot back down. Readjusting yourself in your chair. Hands on your thighs and leaning back. Taking this time for any other adjustments of your body, your clothing, or props. nose. And part your lips for an exhale of a sigh. And again. Nodding your head a little over to the right. Back to center. To the left. And back to center. Drop the right ear slightly over the right shoulder. Use an inhale to come back upright with your head. And drop the left ear over the left shoulder and stay. Inhale the head back upright. With eyes closed, bring your hands to your heart center, wherever that may be for you in this moment. Sealing our shared practice with a sigh to cleanse, an om to call in our joyous peace, and silence to let everything settle. Sit nice and tall. Draw your breath in. Clear it out through an open mouth. We build the om. Knuckles up between your eyebrows. Anjali Mudra at third eye chakra. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
You are welcome. Take your time. If it's static,